This local sports report is brought to you by the Waterloo Minor Hockey Association. Registration is now open for all age divisions for the 2021-22 season. Sign up by the end of August and get the Wolves early bird discount. Register now at waterloominorhockey.com. I am very happy to say the words that hockey is right around the corner, and I know this guy beside me feels exactly the same way. Travis Crickard is the head coach of the U18 Waterloo Wolves program. Tryouts coming up here in a couple of weeks. What can players expect when they try out for your team here, Travis?
Well, I suspect it's probably going to be a super competitive camp, simply because we've had, I think, well over 100 players contact us now, explaining that they're interested in playing for our program and trying out. So my hope is that we can have that many players out at camp, because we would love to see the competitiveness of what's available in the Waterloo region.
What kind of team are you looking to build? What are some of the characteristics? What are some of the attributes that you want to build? This will be your first year, coaching actually behind the bench. You were here last year, obviously a bit of a unique season, but now you really get to sink your teeth into it and really build the team that you want to build, right?
Right, yeah. I think there's a lot of kind of buzzwords and cliches that go around when that question's asked. Yep. How do you want to build your team? And for me, it starts with understanding the kind of personnel that we have as a team, and then adapting our plan accordingly. Because, for example, if we have a group of defensemen who are highly dynamic, highly offensive, well then we want them to be massive contributors to defense. Right. Conversely, if they're not that, well then we'll adjust our game plan accordingly and how we want our team to play. But the biggest thing for us is developing the player and creating a learning environment. And
you've done that. Even though last year was a little bit unique, like we talked about, we've seen guys that have gone off to various teams. Hunter Nagy and Jesse English are with the Stratford Warriors. Colin McKenzie with the Elmira Sugar Kings. This program is about development and getting those players to whatever their goals are when it comes to being the highest level in hockey. How do you plan to do that this year? Just continue what's happened here in the past, Travis.
Yeah, I think one thing that I said to our guys last year was that the main objective for our coaching staff is to ensure that every single player plays for a junior hockey team the following year. Right. Now, unfortunately, that won't exactly happen. There are a couple players who haven't signed with teams yet. Right. They may still, who knows? Yep. But that will still be very much our objective from the standpoint of when this season begins. At the end of the season, we don't want any players coming back. Right. We want them signing with junior teams and being contributing members of their respective teams and communities, and that objective will remain the same for years to come beyond that.
The Hockey Canada Gold Medal Pathway Program is something new and I believe a little bit unique to the Waterloo Wolves program. That's a little bit of news that's come out here in the past couple of weeks. Can you explain exactly what that is and what that means to the players and the parents of your team?
Yeah, sure. So in the past 2 years, Hockey Canada has identified some inconsistencies in how players are developed basically from the U14 AAA to the U18 AAA levels. Okay. And the main objective is to deliver consistent development programming and philosophy across the country. Okay. So what they've done is they've worked with a number of subject matter experts in the areas of technical, mental, and physical performance to develop scientifically rigorous, educationally sound programming to develop emerging high-performance athletes. So what we are going to get is basically all the same resources that Hockey Canada's World Junior team, Under-18 team, and Under-17 team are going to get, and we're going to get to pilot those in a U18 AAA environment.
Which sounds massively positive. Listening to you talk, this could be an impact thing for your team, as simple as I can put it.
I think it's only going to help our players develop even more.
Which is what you're here to do.
Absolutely. I can't see it being a negative in any regard. Right. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing for our players to become even better for when they move to junior hockey the following year.
Last one. You are a hockey guy, obviously, and the last 16 months has been challenging for everybody, challenging for 519, challenging for you coming here, not being able to coach behind the bench. What gets you going the most? What excites you the most about actually getting this thing going? Because I can't wait to be back in Pillars, at Rim, at your tryouts, and just seeing the kids do what they love.
I think that's very much it. Seeing them do what they love, interacting with them on the ice, teaching them, using different teaching strategies, and seeing what works with each player, because that's probably going to differ from player to player. And once you figure out what that is, that specific teaching technique or strategy that works with that one individual player, that becomes a beautiful thing because you feel like you've really made a deep connection with them.
If there are players out there that see this and do want to try out for the Waterloo Wolves U18 program, how can they go about getting a hold of you or finding out information?
They can do a couple things. Obviously, go to the Waterloo Minor Hockey website or the Waterloo Under-18 AAA Wolves website. You can also reach me at our team email, waterloowolves1@gmail.com, or give me a call, 403-809-5639.
Travis Crickard, thank you very much. You can find out all those details at waterloominorhockey.com. Looking forward to covering the Wolves U18 program this season. Thanks, Travis.
Thank you so much.
For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.